Hello, BookTube. I'm Jonathan, and today we are going to be learning what your favorite science fiction book says about you. Now, I do have some family visiting for the holidays, which is why the normal green screen recording setup has been packed away, but I thought I'd fire up the old webcam, turn on the StreamYard account, and make a video. Let's dive into some of these books and see if we can learn something about ourselves. Maybe I'll learn something about myself as well, too. So, for our first book, we have Hyperion. If your favorite book is Hyperion, then you are a terrible decision maker. You never know what you want to do for the making plans with you is a nightmare. Do we want to go karting? Do we want to go bowling? Do we want to go hiking? I don't know. I love all of them. If only I could do all of them at once. If only I could read a little bit of cyberpunk, a little bit of military sci-fi, sprinkle some horror in there as well, all in the same book. Impossible. Well, not with Hyperion. That's what you like about Hyperion, being able to have your cake and eat it too. I think if Hyperion is your favorite book, you love a buffet. This is your favorite place to eat. You can have all the different options. You can have as much of it as you like. Mix and mash. Put them all on the same plate, just like a grotesque Frankenstein of a plate. This might have been a better analogy for Frankenstein, but we're going with Hyperion, a Frankenstein of a plate. And as a kid, you probably had your birthday party at Pizza Hut, and all you can eat Pizza Hut is the perfect party place for the Hyperion lover. All right, up next we have Ubik by Philip K. Dick. If Ubik is your favorite science fiction book, you might be high right now. You might enjoy psychedelic music, let's put it that way. Jimi Hendrix's Purple Haze is on in the background, and you might like to dabble in some conspiracy theories as well. You're pretty sure that life is a simulation, and even I have become subject to some pretty crazy theories on Discord that the real Jonathan was replaced several months ago by an AI chatbot. I am just an AI content creator now, making videos for Jonathan. Jonathan is off living in the Bahamas, off his YouTube revenue made by the AI Jonathan. PKD fans, I'm not saying you believe that, but there's a chance. There's a small chance that that's true. All right, up next we have Waste Station by Clifford D. Simak. If Waste Station is your favorite science fiction book, you've chosen a book that doesn't take place in outer space, on a spaceship, traveling through time, all kinds of crazy stuff. You just want to be on a farm, okay? So you might like sci-fi, but some of your other interests might include crops or riding horses, petting goats, that kind of thing. That might be some of your other hobbies on top of enjoying reading science fiction. Either that, or maybe you live in a big city. Maybe you live in a high-rise in New York, and the pastoral lifestyle. That sounds appealing to you right now. All the hustle and bustle of the city. You don't want these megalopolis, super crazy cities in the future. That's not what you want to read about. You just want to be on a farm, be a hermit, be a recluse, and maybe have some aliens pop in as guests every now and again. Wouldn't that be nice? Up next, we have Permutation City by Greg Egan. If your favorite science fiction book is Permutation City, then you've probably been watching too many Words in Time videos, because this book is really not that popular. Not that many people have read it. You can see the ratings are a little bit lower on Goodreads compared to these other books, and I'm not sure I believe you. You might just be trying to get extra credit from me in the comments, but if it's true, I appreciate it. I don't know how many people I've gotten to read Permutation City, but whatever that number is, I'm proud of it. I think this book is awesome. I only understood half of it, so you're probably smarter than me. If this is your favorite book, you're probably smarter than me, and I appreciate the Egan love. Fellow Australian. And for our next book, we have Dying Inside by Robert Silverberg. If Dying Inside is your favorite science fiction book, you're probably a hipster, and you have almost definitely used the phrase, your favorite writer's favorite writer. I'm going to guess you are either 70 years old or 17 years old. You were either reading these books when they came out and you like talking about the golden age of the Hugo Awards, or you're just a young person trying to find your way in the world and you've found something unique. You feel something that is special, that not everybody else is reading. Robert Silverberg has a way of sort of tapping into these sort of unique, sad, unlikable human experiences, and for some reason you're relating to this old guy who's sort of wasted his life, not really utilized any of his powers and opportunities, even though you've got your whole life ahead of you. So chin up, Good pick, though. It's a hipster pick, but a good one. And next up, we've got a big one, Dune by Frank Herbert. This is definitely not a hipster pick. If Dune is your favorite science fiction book, then you probably enjoy Strength in Numbers. Just look at all those ratings. Over 1.4 million ratings. When you are going to you're going to battle in the comments. You know you've got an army behind you. You guys are going to go in there and just overwhelm the competition in that YouTube comment section. And I'm guessing if you love Dune, it's your favorite sci-fi book, you might be a bit of a fantasy fan. All right, and that's okay. We'll allow that. We're friends with the fantasy community here, but you might be a fantasy fan. You enjoy the magic, the world building, the mystery. It's a little bit more character and thematic driven, and you know what? That's okay. All I'll say is Dune is ours. Dune is sci-fi. Fantasy fans, you're welcome to enjoy it, but it's ours. Also, you secondary option, you may be a film bro, a film broseph or brosephina, because man, the TikTok edits for Dune Part 2 were going crazy. I mean, I liked Dune Part 1. I thought it was pretty good. But Dune Part 2, incredible. That was doing numbers with the film bros. If that made you pick up the book, we welcome you. Come join us. The book community wants the film fans. It deserves the love. Next in line is Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. If Children of Time is your favorite science fiction book, you are not afraid of spiders. If there is a bug in the house and your family, your partner, whoever it is, they see it, they are making you get the bug, all right? Whatever your method is, whether that's trapping it with the cup, a broom and a pan, some paper towels, however you deal with bugs, you need to master it because it is your responsibility now, okay? Children of Time readers, take the bugs out. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works. Moving on, we have House of Suns by Alistair Reynolds. If House of Suns is your favorite science fiction book, you probably help old ladies across the road. You probably, in your spare time, rescue puppies out of burning buildings, okay? You are really just the best among us. You're really just sort of the peak of humanity, if you will. And this is a surprise to me. I'll be honest, I didn't know this going in. This is just coincidentally my favorite book. I'm as surprised as you are, but I am honored to be in this group. However that honor will be bestowed upon me, whether that's a Nobel Prize, a Person of the Year, only time will tell. I can't say. All I can say is House of Suns. It's my favorite sci-fi book. Up next, and coming to a cinema near you very soon, is Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. If Project Hail Mary is your favorite science fiction book, then you are probably a nerd. And you know what? That's okay. That's a good thing. And I can prove it to you because here's who they cast as Rylan Grace in the upcoming Project Hail Mary movie. Ryan Gosling. Possibly the coolest guy on the planet. Blade Runner 2049. Drive. The Barbie movie. Just handsomest, funniest, coolest guy in the world, and they saw the character of Rylan Grace, and they said, "Yep, let's get that guy." Okay, so if someone calls you a nerd for reading Project Hail Mary, that's a compliment, my friend. You are the Ryan Gosling of science fiction readers. And the fun continues with The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, although not fun exactly. If this is your idea of fun, then your idea of fun might also include having your heart shattered into a million pieces. That sounds like a fun read to you. You probably enjoy heavy books. And when I say heavy books, I don't mean a thick chunker, a physically heavy book. I mean a book that feels like a weighted blanket for your soul, that will just crush you, just like some kind of, heavy element. Plutonium. Is plutonium heavy? That was the first thing that came to mind. One that will just suck you into Earth's core. That's how you sleep well at night. You read a book like The Handmaid's Tale, and you just slowly sink into the Earth's core with the crushing weight of everything this book explores thematically. And now we have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. If Red Rising is your favorite science fiction book, then you probably find authors like Blake Crouch or Andy Weir too slow. You are an adrenaline junkie. You need the pace to be at 111 at all times. You're probably someone that goes to the top of those like skyscraper buildings and they have those little overlooks, and you like to look over the edge, okay? That is how you want to experience life. constantly living life on the edge. All right, you probably train MMA, you probably jump out of airplanes, you might be a Navy SEAL. Okay, if Red Rising is your favorite book, you're either just off the charts in terms of adrenaline seeking, or you're a YA reader that's taken a wrong turn. You are a fan of the Hunger Games. Someone told you try this next. It's YA. It's kind of similar, and it's led you down an unexpected but very dark path, and you enjoyed it. And finally, we have The Three Body Problem by Cixin Liu. If The Three Body Problem is your favorite sci-fi book, there's a good chance that you love science and you hate people. Okay, you probably love the big ideas, the physics in this book. You're probably familiar with what the three body problem is. You might have even solved it. And as far as I know, it hasn't been solved, but maybe you solved it and kept it to yourself. That's just how much you love science and you hate people. You don't want to share it with the people because this book, the characters are flat, the people make terrible decisions. You're probably rooting against humanity in this book, if I had to guess. And I like people, but based on this book, I can't blame you. I can't blame you. So there you go. Those are some science fiction books. And if they happen to be your favorite, what I think that says about you. Let me know if any of these are your favorite books and whether you agree with my assessment. Okay. It's probably wrong. This is definitely unqualified, unlicensed, unrequested armchair psychology, but just having fun with some of these sci-fi books. Let me know what your favorite sci-fi book is in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash or just gently click the subscribe button. And if you really enjoyed it, consider checking out the perks of becoming a Patreon member, where you can become one of my robots, androids, or cyborgs like Nima, and New Eden, Half Ogre, Zakawe, and my favorite, Colin. And you can find more sci-fi content, nope, got it wrong, over here.